This is John and Martha. They've been married for 40 years. For the last 5, they've been living the golden years, but it feels more like the silent years. They share a home, a bank account, even a laugh or two. But somewhere along the way, they stop sharing the spark. They've slipped into what I call the roommate syndrome. It's quiet, it's comfortable, and it's secretly breaking their hearts. The energy is gone, the touch is gone, and the simple, effortless joy of being close, that feels like a distant memory. If you are over 60, you have been fed one of the cruelest lies in modern health, and it sounds exactly like this. It's normal to feel this way. It's just part of aging. You are told to accept the slow decline, accept the fatigue, accept the fact that your body and your partner's body no longer respond the way they used to. I'm Sarah, a nutritional gerontology specialist, and I am here to tell you that myth ends today. For 15 years, I have helped thousands of couples, just like John and Martha, completely rewrite their late life story. They rediscovered the energy they thought was gone and the intimacy they had quietly mourned. And I'm not talking about expensive clinic visits or prescriptions. I'm talking about a groundbreaking discovery hidden within 4 forgotten, everyday fruits. These aren't just healthy snacks. These are nature's most potent catalysts for your circulation, your hormones, and your very capacity for joy and connection. These 4 powerhouse fruits can simultaneously unlock your blood flow, transforming your internal plumbing from a slow drip back into a strong river, and reignite the hormonal fireplace that keeps passion alive. I call them the 4 fruits of reawakening. Stick with me, because what I'm about to reveal is simpler, cheaper, and more effective than any blue pill or complicated regimen. Are you ready to trade the roommate syndrome for a second honeymoon? Let's start with the fruit that softens your stress and calms your nervous system.
Let's dive into our list, starting with fruit number 1. This fruit is often overshadowed by its flashier cousins, but it is, in my opinion, the essential starting point for rekindling connection. Why? Because you can't have passion if you're plagued by stress and restlessness. You can't be present for your partner if your nervous system is always running a marathon. I'm talking about the beautiful, fragile raspberry. Now, most people think of vitamin C when they think of berries. That's true. But what sets the raspberry apart, particularly for those of us over 60, is its incredible concentration of ellagic acid and a specific blend of flavonoids. Think of your nervous system and your emotional memory like a very sensitive antique clock. After years of stress, it gets dusty, jumpy, and easily startled. Ellagic acid works like a quiet cleaner. It targets and reduces the oxidative stress that builds up in your brain and your nerve pathways. This isn't just about lowering your general anxiety. It's about making you feel safe, calm, and open enough to let true intimacy back into your life. I remember a client, Susan. She was 72. Her husband, Frank, was attentive and kind, but Susan felt like she had this internal hum of tension that never switched off. She woke up tired, she snapped easily, and she subconsciously created distance from Frank. She told me, "Sarah, I want to be close to him, but I feel too brittle, too tired, too tense." The stress of retirement, the worries about their children, it all sat right on her shoulders. Her prescribed regimen? Adding just half a cup of fresh or frozen raspberries to her morning smoothie or yogurt. That's it. 2 months later, Frank called me. He wasn't focused on her physical health. He said, "Sarah, her skin is softer, but more importantly, she's laughing again. She puts her hand on my arm just walking past. The eternal tension just melted away." This gentle nervous system support from the raspberry didn't fix a broken marriage, it just gave Susan back the emotional bandwidth to connect. Raspberries are your nervous system's ally. They stabilize the clock so you can stop being frantic and start being present. They provide the micro-calmness that allows for deep, restful sleep, which, as you know, is when our body balances all those critical intimacy hormones. Don't underestimate the power of feeling truly safe and calm in your own skin. That's the foundation we build on. And that brings us to fruit number 3, the one that solves the dreaded mid-afternoon energy crash.
Moving on to fruit number 2. If the raspberry addresses the stress in your head, this next fruit targets the engine in your body. I'm talking about the magnificent blueberry. Now, when you're over 60, you might have enough on your plate without dealing with the inevitable mid-afternoon energy crash, that slump where you feel like a switch has been turned off, leaving you exhausted, grumpy, and utterly uninterested in anything requiring effort, including connecting with your partner. This constant fatigue isn't just getting older, it's a failure of your body's internal power plants, the mitochondria. These tiny furnaces in your cells are what create your energy. And here is where the blueberry shines. Thanks to its rich content of anthocyanins and a powerful compound called pterostilbene, which is structurally similar to resveratrol but even more bioavailable, blueberries act as mitochondrial guardians. They don't give you a quick, jittery sugar rush. They work deep within the cell to optimize fuel usage and stabilize your blood sugar. When your energy is stable, your mood is stable. When your energy is stable, you have the reserves, the stamina, required for a life of activity, laughter, and yes, sustained physical intimacy. This is about building an internal fire that burns steadily all day long. Tick Tom, 68. Tom looked healthy, he went to the gym, but every day at 3 p.m. he'd hit a wall. He told me, "Sarah, I feel like I'm running on empty. By the time evening comes, I have nothing left in the tank for my wife. I feel like a great man trapped in a drained body." His relationship felt the strain of his chronic low energy. My recommendation was simple: a daily blueberry power smoothie every single morning. Within 6 weeks, the difference was profound. Tom wasn't just less tired, he was available. He had the sustained energy to finish his day strong, and he found his ready-for-anything button again. Blueberries gave him the physiological stamina and readiness to be fully present physically and emotionally without the constant fear of running out of gas. The blueberry is your guardian against energy failure. It keeps the internal fireplace burning. But energy is useless if the delivery system is clogged. You can have all the power in the world, but if your blood vessels are stiff and narrow, that power can't reach the parts of your body that need it most, including your heart and your intimate areas. That brings us to fruit number 2, the powerful activator that opens your internal highways. We've calmed the mind with the raspberry. We've charged the engine with the blueberry. Now we need to focus on the essential delivery system, your blood vessels. If your vessels are stiff, narrowed, and inelastic, all the energy and calm in the world can't help your body's most crucial functions, including maintaining healthy blood pressure and sustaining responsiveness. This brings us to fruit number 3, a common fruit with uncommon vascular power, the strawberry. You've heard of vitamin C, but its role in your circulation after 60 is massively underrated. Vitamin C isn't just for immune support, it is the fundamental building block for collagen throughout your entire body. And your blood vessels? They are entirely made of muscle and collagen. As we age, collagen production drops, leaving our vascular walls rigid and brittle. The strawberry, bursting with a potent dose of absorbable vitamin C and other phytonutrients, serves as a powerful activator for vascular elasticity. It helps the tiny, delicate vessels, the ones that feed your extremities and the areas critical for physical closeness, to relax, dilate, and move blood freely. When your blood flows like a strong river, not a sluggish creek, your feet warm up, your brain fog lifts, and your body's ability to respond to arousal returns with surprising vigor. I worked with Henry and Diane, both 63. Henry was battling persistently high blood pressure, forcing him onto medication. Diane suffered from chronically cold hands and feet, a classic sign of poor peripheral circulation. Their intimacy was impacted not just by fear. Henry worried about his heart, but by simple discomfort. Diane felt rigid, Henry felt restricted. Our simple, delightful addition, a large serving of sliced strawberries with their lunch every day. It was delicious, and the physiological response was remarkable. For Henry, the increase in vascular flexibility supported healthier blood pressure readings. For Diane, her constant chill began to subside, leading to greater comfort and sensation. They told me, "Sarah, we went from feeling restricted to feeling connected because the blood could finally flow freely again." Strawberries are your circulatory system's structural engineer. They ensure that all that beautiful, energized blood from the blueberry can reach every critical corner of your body, delivering the oxygen and the responsiveness you deserve. But there's one missing piece. You can have the flow, the energy, and the calm, but without the correct hormonal signal, the message to connect simply won't be sent. This leads us to our most unique and powerful fruit, the king of reconnection.
We have saved the most unique and historically significant fruit for last. You've now fortified your nerves, boosted your energy, and rebuilt your circulation. But the master switch for true intimacy is controlled by the most complex system, your hormones. Specifically, the subtle balance of cortisol, your stress hormone, and your natural sex hormones. I'm talking about the ancient, revered fig. Throughout history, the fig has been celebrated as a symbol of fertility, abundance, and love. But modern science is finally catching up to what ancient cultures instinctively knew. The fig is a profound ally for hormonal harmony after 60. The true magic of the fig lies in its dense concentration of critical micronutrients, particularly magnesium, zinc, and vitamin B6. When you are stressed, even gently, your body prioritizes the production of the stress hormone, cortisol, through the HPA axis. This process is a huge drain on your system, and the body literally steals the building blocks needed to make testosterone and estrogen to fuel stress. Figs provide these very building blocks, acting like a protective shield for your entire hormonal axis. They help calm the overworked adrenal glands, allowing your body to finally shift its focus back to rest, repair, and reproduction. It's not a hormone pill. It's the quiet foundational support that allows your body's natural kindness hormones to flourish again. My client, Patricia, 60, was experiencing severe postmenopausal hormonal swings. She suffered from irritability, emotional sensitivity, and worst of all, a pervasive feeling of being detached from her own body and her husband. She said she was always too hot, too moody, too much for anyone to approach. Our prescription? 3 dried figs as an evening snack. The result was gentle but transformative. The minerals in the fig helped buffer her stress response, reducing those volatile cortisol spikes. Patricia noticed her inner quiet returned. She stopped being irritable and started being intimate. The fig didn't magically restore her hormone levels to age 20, but it restored her emotional receptivity, the willingness to let her husband back in, which is the true king of reconnection. The fig is the anchor. It stabilizes the hormonal tides that often sabotage connection and vitality after 60. By supporting the HPA axis, it gives you the inner peace and the right chemical signals to seek and enjoy closeness. So, we have the calm, raspberry, the energy, blueberry, the flow, strawberry, and the signal, fig. Now, how do you combine these 4 forgotten fruits to start your 7-day reawakening challenge right now?
You now hold the knowledge of the 4 fruits of reawakening, your simple, powerful toolkit for life after 60. Let's quickly recap why this approach is so revolutionary and so much better than chasing quick fixes. It's a whole body solution. The raspberry stabilizes your nerves and emotions, giving you the calm needed to connect. The blueberry recharges your mitochondria, giving you the sustained energy and stamina you thought you lost. The strawberry fortifies your blood vessels with vitamin C, giving you the free-flowing circulation for comfort and responsiveness. And the fig stabilizes your hormonal axis, giving you the correct chemical signal to embrace closeness and joy. These are not medications. They are intentional acts of self-care. They are repairing the system, not patching the symptoms. They are reminding your body of its natural, powerful capacity for vitality. The hardest part isn't learning this, it's starting this. So let's make it easy. I'm issuing the 7-Day Reawakening Challenge. You don't need to buy all 4 fruits tomorrow. You simply need to choose one of these 4 fruits that resonated most deeply with your biggest need, be it stress, fatigue, cold extremities, or low mood. For the next 7 days, incorporate that one fruit into your breakfast, your snack, or your dinner, every single day. Make it a non-negotiable ritual. And then I want you to watch for the subtle yet profound changes. Maybe it's softer hands and feet. Maybe it's waking up feeling truly rested for the first time in years. Or maybe it's the quiet moment when you reach across the table and take your partner's hand without even thinking about it. That small, effortless gesture, that is the signal that the deeper repair is taking place. Consistency is the magic ingredient here. Remember John and Martha trapped in the roommate syndrome? They took this challenge. They didn't turn back the clock. They nurtured the life they have. They found that the greatest joy of the golden years isn't retirement funds or perfect health scores, but the uninhibited freedom to love, connect, and feel fully alive. Your body is robust. It is resilient. It is simply waiting for the right signal. Don't accept the narrative that aging means accepting less energy, less touch, and less joy. That is not your destiny. Your destiny is to reclaim the connection you deserve. Take the 7-Day Reawakening Challenge right now. Then I need you to do 2 things for me. Hit the like button if this message gave you hope today. Comment below and tell me which one of the 4 fruits are you choosing to start your challenge. Was it the fig? The blueberry? Let me know so we can track this journey together. And if you want more science-backed natural solutions to live your most vital life, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. We'll be here with you every step of the way, proving that it's never too late to feel better. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the comments.